I'm 30 years old tomorrow, and I haven't worked since I played Annie when I was 10. But maybe there's hope. Tomorrow, Mr. Charnin will bring Annie back again. Tomorrow, revive me tomorrow before I'm a dinosaur. A sequel, you promised a sequel like Nightmare on Elm Street 4.
And now here's your host, Avery Anderson.
Hello and welcome to The Nightly Net. First and foremost, we need to give a huge round of applause to our wonderful house band, Jeannie O'Connor and the Cheap Dates. Our first guest tonight is also a wonderful band from here in Denver. So please welcome the Wooden Spoons. Hey guys, how are you? Hey. Have a seat. All right, so I love bands like this because, like, in all my preparation and planning, it's just the Wooden Spoons. But obviously, you guys have names, correct?
No.
Well, we hope.
No.
Fork.
Fork, knife, and spoon.
Yeah, right.
All right, so we know Michael Howard, obviously, because you were on the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm Lauren Michaels.
Lauren Michaels, okay.
I'm Cody Berlin.
Cody Berlin. And how did you guys form the Wooden Spoons?
It was very random, but it happened.
Fortuitous, even. I met Cody at a songwriter workshop in Boulder.
Okay.
And it turned out he lived right down the street from me.
I actually live on Cody Lane, too. There was lots of things came together at
It was
the
so
same
many
time.
points of convergence. It had to happen.
Right.
So, and then how did you get involved with the band?
Michael and I are in another band together
Okay.
called the Lauren Michaels Band.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Wow, so you guys just do, like, everything.
Yeah,
Exactly.
kind of.
Yeah.
It's
We try to just show up and represent every single band in Denver.
Okay. Like, you just, like, are part of every single band. I mean, that's one way to always have a gig.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what is the Wooden Spoons? What sort of music do you guys do?
We hit a lot of genres, but I guess folk, Americana, twinge of bluegrass, sort of.
We use a lot of folk instrumentation and then play with different genres
Okay.
from there.
Very cool. And you guys write all your own songs for this band?
We write the bulk of our own songs.
The bulk of
yeah. We have another member, Liz Berube, as well, who can be here with us today. She's an amazing songwriter and singer. Cody's an amazing songwriter and singer.
So is this guy.
And I'm just trying to keep up. So
What's it like writing together as a group?
Well, we haven't really
You're like, we don't-
dabbled in that yet,
Okay.
but we do give a lot of like constructive criticism and ideas for someone's new song.
I will say, I mean, a lot of arranging happens together.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
that when Cody and I met, partly he immediately resuscitated. We were at the songwriter workshop.
Yeah.
And I played something, and I was like, I don't know where this is going. This is done.
Yeah.
And I totally forgot about it. In the meantime, he had basically memorized it and came back, totally brought it back to life. We're actually going to play that one today. That happens a lot. It's super inspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you guys going to play tonight?
We're going to play two songs called Five and Dime and Someday.
Okay.
Michael wrote both of these.
And yeah, so these are both kind of working with the folk instrumentation, huge 3-part harmony, just
Okay.
super rich, powerful,
Yeah.
vocal forward sort of thing.
Very
So,
cool.
yeah.
Do you guys have any favorite stories of being together?
That we're allowed to tell here?
Most of our stories are
I know
favored.
these two guys, maybe.
Just playing together, being
Yeah.
together.
Yeah,
yeah.
really just hanging out, trying to get together
Yeah.
as much as we can.
Yeah.
It's always a great time.
So where do you guys perform mostly at?
Right now, we've got a bunch of stuff happening in Boulder and Denver, and it's small bars, doing farmers markets, stuff like that. But you can look at our Facebook at Wooden Spoons, and we'll have all the events listed on there.
Very cool.
Definitely. Yeah, come
And
out
why don't we
see
go
us.
down and just talk about what each one of you guys, each one of your favorite songs that you guys do.
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't we start on the end?
Man, well, this one that we've been working on that we're about to play today, Someday, is I think one of my favorites,
Yeah.
just for how loud we get and, and then drop it off, and then it's a very full song, and
Okay.
I love the writing.
Very cool.
I really like Five and Dimer that we're also going to do today. I think it's a really great song, and since I play with Michael in another band, I know some of his other songs, and he has another one called Lexi Lou that you guys should check out. And man, just everything he does is just pretty awesome, and I've got to hear a lot of stuff that Cody does too, and I think everything they've done, I'm just like, whoa. Yeah.
Cody's song "Love Trash" is amazing. We're not gonna, you have to come see us play it because we're not going to play it today. But, oh yeah, it's so great because we'll definitely get, kind of, it's like we've got the folk instruments, we've got the bluegrass instruments, but then Cody brings this like soulful kind of funk thing in.
Yeah.
It's so fun. Yeah,
And what
so-
draws you guys to that folk kind of genre and style?
It's in our blood. I grew up, Appalachia and the Blue Ridge Mountains, and it's all there is around there. And
Yeah.
grew up on it,
Yeah, likewise from the East Coast. So, Virginia and Vermont, and it's a lot of old time, a lot of bluegrass. Yeah.
How did you guys make it out to Denver then, if you're from there?
Denver seems to just do that to people. It really pulls
Just
people
draws
in.
people.
If you're a native,
Yeah.
you've noticed.
I'm a native.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like one of the few natives I know, honestly. It seems like everybody's kind of.
I'm a native
Yeah.
as well, so don't worry, we can band together.
I
Nice.
actually lived in Northglenn as well.
Oh,
for
did you
when
really?
I was
Wow,
young,
look
till
at
I was
that.
10, so this is
Cool.
like a long time homecoming for me.
Yeah, small
to be
world,
back here.
yeah, look at
I just got stuck out there for a while. but
Okay.
It's good to be back.
Then you woke up and came home.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, I'm excited to hear you guys perform. Thank you so much for coming on. I can't wait for it.
Thanks
Thanks for having us. Yeah.
Perfect, yeah. All right, thank you guys so much. Stick around, we'll be right back.
Drop that baby. Thanks for joining us on the Met Report.
Bienvenidos a Estilo de Cine TV Met.
Thanks for joining me here on Student Corner. It's the Nightly Met.
And welcome to MSU Denver Last.
Whether it's local news or world news, the Met Report delivers. Along with politics, sports, entertainment, and weather, our Student Emmy Award-winning newscast features only the best. Tune in live to the Met Report every Friday at 12:30 p.m. on Campus Channel 20, Comcast Channel 58, or mymetmedia.com.
Every woman deserves a good belly laugh. Called Truly Brilliant and Raucously Funny, The Secret Comedy of Women, Girls Only, is a unique theatrical experience that celebrates the humor, truth, and silliness of being female. You'll want to share this hilarious and lighthearted show with your mothers, daughters, sisters, girlfriends, and even your guy. Get your group together and discover the secret comedy of women.
Tickets at denvercenter.org or 303-893-4100.
It's a musical.
Something Rotten is an explosion of musical joy.
I love it, I love it, I love it. It was a laugh riot from the beginning to the end.
This is the best show we've seen, ever.
It just makes you smile the whole time.
It's hilarious.
Amazing.
It sounds impressive, doesn't it?
I've never laughed so hard in my seat before.
Something Rotten.
Tickets at denvercenter.org or call 303-893-4100.
I'm sure it'll be a show they'll never forget.
Hello and welcome back. Our second guest this evening is a true theater professional who's been working in the Denver theater scene for longer than I've been alive. So please welcome Mr. Bob Wells. Hello, sir. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, have a seat. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
These are some digs.
I know, isn't it fancy down
It
here?
is so fancy. I was just out in Cherry Creek Reservoir right out back from the break.
Yeah. And then now you're here in our
Down
wonderful
here,
studio.
Yeah, it's great.
So you are working at Town Hall Art Center now.
That's correct.
Directing Seussical the Musical.
Seussical the Musical.
Tell us a little bit about Seussical the Musical.
Well, Seussical the Musical is a amalgam of a lot of Dr. Seuss stories.
Yeah.
Horton Hears a Who.
Yeah.
Horton Hatches the Egg. Miss Gertrude McFuzz. So many, those are the three major stories that Seussical covers, but characters and storylines from so many books and
Exactly.
that we all know and love, and it's been a real nostalgic trip to rehearse this show because I'm going back to my youth,
I
which
bet.
was long before you were born.
Long before. I can't even comprehend that.
No,
long
I know.
ago.
The books were printed on parchment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They like etched in stone and then
That's right.
passed around.
That's right.
Yeah, so all these like childhood books and childhood memories, what is that like bringing these classic stories onto the stage?
Oh, it's great fun because everybody brings their own, all the cast bring their own reality to what they remember.
Exactly.
And so it's a wonderfully interesting musical that everything rhymes. So I thought when we come out here tonight, we should just rhyme everything we say, okay?
Oh my goodness. Okay. There's a reason I have a teleprompter. I can't do things unscripted sometimes.
All right, that's fine.
So talk more about those stories a little bit. So kind of go over what the show follows.
Well, of course, it begins with the Cat in the Hat, who introduces the show by his little red and white striped hat sitting on the middle of the stage. And there's a young boy named Jojo. Well, he's actually just a boy at first. He becomes a character, Jojo, and the cat takes the boy into the action of the world, the magical world of Dr. Seuss. And first, it's really following Horton Hears a Who.
Okay.
When Horton discovers the world of Whoville, where? On a speck of dust.
I haven't read that book in a long time, you can tell.
Okay. And it's on a big piece of clover, and so they discover there's two worlds in Seuss for our show, the world of Whoville and the jungle of Noor.
Okay.
And so characters give Horton difficulty.
Right.
Horton the elephant, who at some point sits on an egg for a long, long time. So there's stories that we all remember, and they're woven together in interesting ways, and so it's delightful show.
Did you have a favorite Dr. Seuss book?
I think my favorite was Horton Hatches the Egg.
Okay, and
because
it's in the show?
It's in the show,
Yeah.
sure. He sits on the egg for a long time, and because Maisie, the lazy bird, flies away because she wants to visit Palm Springs. And so Horton sits on this egg through storms and rain and heat and all that, but he's always faithful because an elephant's faithful 100%.
So why do you think that Dr. Seuss's stories have lasted for so long?
Well, there's great lessons to them. It's not only the entertaining value of the text and of the illustrations, but there's wonderful lessons about inclusiveness and loyalty.
Exactly.
One of Horton's favorite lines is, "A person's a person, no matter how small."
Yeah.
And so I think audiences and children and adults take away truths from the Seuss stories that will help them as they grow older.
Exactly. And so you have this long theater history in Colorado, so maybe just give us kind of a brief, what have you done over the years?
Well, I started as a very young man at Cherry Creek High School, then went to the Denver Center for the Performing Arts for a number of years, opened my own theater called the Avenue Theater for a long, long time, and when I left there, I built a wonderful association with Littleton Town Hall, which has lasted quite a few years, and we're having a good time doing good stuff there.
Have you had a favorite show you've done at Town Hall?
At Town Hall, oh my gosh. The one I've just done is always the favorite. No, it's interesting. I couldn't pick a favorite.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries at all. Don't worry.
Shrek the musical was awfully fun.
Shrek, I could see that. Shrek the musical. What was so fun about it?
Shrek.
Similar to Dr. Seuss, we have those stories and things.
I don't just do children's things. But
exactly, and this isn't a show just for children.
No, it isn't. It's definitely a family show.
Exactly.
And because there's wonderful adult humor woven through Dr. Seuss's text, and But I am dealing, when you said that, I'm dealing with large, oversized characters.
Yeah.
Shrek, Horton.
Yeah. That's a theme for you, I guess.
I guess Jack of the Beanstalk must be next.
That's up next. I like it. And my last question for you is, why should people come see Seussical the Musical?
Well, it's a real way to celebrate the holidays because we have a little bit of How the Grinch Stole Christmas in there appropriately. And it's a thing that can be shared with the family, you know, several generations, because Seuss books have been around for a long time. And so grandparents, parents, and children will have a shared experience, which I think will be wonderful for the holidays.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming on tonight,
Thank you very much, Avery.
Well, stick around because we're going to have a lot more fun and games coming up next.
It's all right to cry. Even my dad does sometimes.
It's a musical. Something Rotten is an explosion of musical joy.
I love it, I love it, I love it!
It's got the most laughs, the most singing and dancing, the most surprises, and 10 Tony Award nominations, including Best Musical.
It sounds impressive, doesn't it?
See something hilarious at Something Rotten.
Tickets at denvercenter.org or call 303-893-4100.
I'm sure it'll be a show they'll never forget.
Something primal. Something raw. Something otherworldly. Something wicked this way comes. It's Macbeth as you've never seen it. Tickets at denvercenter.org. It's a musical. Something Rotten is an explosion of musical joy.
I love it, I love it, I love it! It was a laugh riot from the beginning to the end.
This is the best show we've seen. Ever.
It just makes you smile the whole time.
It's hilarious.
Amazing.
It sounds impressive, doesn't it?
I've never laughed so hard in my seat before.
Something Rotten.
Tickets at denvercenter.org or call 303-893-4100.
I'm sure it'll be a show they'll never forget.
Every woman deserves a good belly laugh. Called Truly Brilliant and Raucously Funny, the secret comedy of women, girls only, is a unique theatrical experience that celebrates the humor, truth, and silliness of being female. You'll want to share this hilarious and lighthearted show with your mothers, daughters, sisters, girlfriends, and even your guy. Get your group together and discover the secret comedy of women.
Tickets at denvercenter.org or 303-893-4100.
And now, please welcome to the stage the Wooden Spoons.
Headed up the coast when I lost my mind. Pretty woman waiting says that I'll be fine. But I shun myself and her in kind. Living like love isn't love if you have to try. There's a fog in the valley of her heart. The moon shines through, but it blocks the stars. I'll never find my way back west with this compass pressed against my breast. And I know that you just came to talk. What did you think I thought? That you just came to listen. 'Cause you remembered I've got an opinion and you missed it. That doesn't sound like a likely reason for your visit, is it? waiting at the 5 and dime. Snow sneaking in like it should be a crime. But you read me like a book, broke my spine. Now I'm staring out the front door like a starting line. And I know that you just came to talk. What did you think I thought? That you just came to listen. 'Cause you remember I've got an opinion and you missed it. It doesn't sound like a likely reason for your visit, is it? And I know that you just came to talk. What did you think I thought? That you just came to listen. 'Cause you remember I've got an opinion and you missed it. It doesn't sound like a likely reason for your visit, is it? And I know that you just came to talk. What did you think I thought? That you just came to listen. As you remember, I've got an opinion and you missed it. It doesn't sound like a likely reason for your visit, is it?
Welcome back. Obviously, all season long, you've heard our wonderful house band, Jeannie O'Connor and the Cheap Dates, so we thought, why not introduce you to them? So all season, it's just Jeannie O'Connor and the Cheap Dates, but you all have names. So why don't we just go through and introduce yourself and what part in the band you play. So Jeannie, why don't we start with you?
Jeannie O'Connor, and I do mostly vocal, but once in a while I jump in for the keyboard.
Very cool.
My name is Matt, and I play the drums.
I'm Lucas, and I play the guitar.
I'm Giselle, and I play bass.
Wonderful. And you guys are all students here. Are you all at Metro, or are you just all students?
We're all Metro.
All Metro students. So what are your majors, and what are you guys studying?
Bachelor's of Arts in Music.
Guitar, music, songwriting.
Very cool.
Jazz and American Improvised Music Performance.
Right now, jazz and American improvised music.
Very cool. What's it like studying music? Because I feel like it's not like you have a textbook. I mean, I'm sure there's some textbooks, but it's not, a lot of textbook work, I would assume. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's a lot. The last 6 semesters, I've been taking between 7 and 9 classes every semester.
Goodness.
And it's only like 9 to 11 credits. So
Wow.
it's a lot of work.
Yeah, for sure.
But expanding, right?
Exactly. What about for the rest of you guys?
That's
pretty much the same thing?
That's the music department.
Yeah. So how did you all get into music in the first place? Anyone can start.
I started playing guitar probably sophomore, junior year of high school, and to my parents' dismay, I just kept going at it. I wanted to make it my job.
Very
But
cool.
yeah.
Giselle?
Yeah, I started playing guitar when I was 14. Not the bass. Kind of got into the bass a little bit later. Guess I was listening to Beat It, some old guitar stuff. I'm like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
So I picked up a guitar and joined some bands and ended up here.
Very cool.
My dad had a drum set in my house when I was growing up, and he used to put my sister and I on his lap and just kind of bang away when we were real little. And went off to middle school and had a friend in the band program that played drums, and he looked so cool doing it that I decided that I wanted to be cool too, and that's when I decided that I wanted to play drums as well.
Very wonderful. So if you guys could play with a dream band or group, who would it be?
Music?
Yeah.
Just checking. Otherwise, it'd be John Bon Jovi. I would say, oh God, I would love to play with a ton of people, but Diana Krall or even Barry Manilow. I just aged myself. But that's true.
What about for the rest of you guys?
As a person who's studying in the jazz program, I think that we come up listening to all of these great jazz figures from the 60s, 70s, 80s onwards. So probably some of the guys from that second great Miles Davis quintet, which was some really incredible, groundbreaking music, amazing musicians.
Very cool.
I grew up on blues and rock, so the Rolling Stones would be a big one, or U2.
Yeah.
I think those would be fun.
Yeah. Oh, Rolling Stones would be cool, but my dad might hate me. Yeah. Just like different rock groups.
Well, if we're going back in time, I want to take us back. I want to play with the Doors. God, I love Jim Morrison.
So what is your guys' ultimate goal? Because you kind of just formed this group together, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So talk about that coming together, and then what would you guys like to do in the future? Either individually or as a group, maybe.
Well, we've been blessed to have Matt stand in with us. He's got a bunch of gigs that are coming his direction, but I'm sure that if anybody needed a drummer, he does everything. He's awesome. Lucas and Giselle have been stuck with me, and we're putting together our own thing that we're doing tribute music for. So
very cool.
Coffee houses or just kind of more acoustic, quieter stuff would be, perfect.
For sure.
We love that kind of. Well, I do. By the looks on their face, maybe they don't.
Yeah, I like jamming with these guys. A lot of fun. I actually just started last semester playing bass for them. Besides doing different gigs with the Cheap Dates, I would like to do my own music and just kind of get exposure with all kinds of music.
Very cool. Yeah.
Nice. I think my goals are pretty simplistic, and that I just want to be able to support myself, and
I just want to make money and play music. Pretty simple answer.
Yeah, no, it's fun jamming with these guys, and Matt stepped in. We've only worked with him since yesterday, and so that was pretty cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And Matt, any aspirations yourself?
I'd like to teach professionally, not in a classroom setting, but more of like a private one-on-one or like small group kind of thing. Teach young kids how to play drum set, maybe do some musical theater work. I've done a lot of pit work here at Metro, playing for different productions in the theater company here, and I found that that's something that I really enjoy doing. And maybe even do a little traveling, work as a drummer on a cruise ship for a little while, so see how that goes.
Very
Teach and travel.
Wonderful. And my last question is, have you enjoyed being on the Nightly Met and playing around with us?
I've loved it. I know, I mean, I think we all have. We all seem to really, really enjoy it, and we wanted to thank the whole crew for being so kind to us with the camera work, and thank you, Avery, for giving us the opportunity.
Yeah. Thank you guys for doing this. We love having you.
And the engineer room, that whole control room, they've just been really good to us.
Perfect.
Thank you guys so much.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. And when we come back, you guys are going to play a fantastic song for us, so stick around.
Ballerina.
Sometimes all it takes to be a dad is remembering how to be a kid again. Take time to be a dad today.
a million dumb ways to die. Don't let it be around buses and trains. Be safe around buses and trains. A message from RTD.
So many dumb ways to die.
Met Radio on mymetmedia.com.
Welcome back. I am very proud to say that I grew up in the city of Northglenn, and one of my favorite parts is all the fun events we have. So please welcome one of the amazing people who helps put all those on, Mr. Steven Stokes. Hello, Steven. How are you? Hello. I'm great. Thank you. Have a seat. Of course. All right, so tell me, what is going on in the event world in Northglenn?
Well, as you know, we've been planning new festivals over the last 3 years.
Yeah, it's like every year there's another one or even two.
Exactly. The City Council had encouraged us to do new events, and this is our third new event in 3 years.
Okay.
Magic Festival, happening August 18th and 19th.
Yep.
At your favorite, E.B. Rains Park.
E.B. Rains Park, yep.
When we put it together, we weren't entirely sure. I've loved magic my whole life. But we've come together with a great number. David and Lehman, who are on America's Got Talent Season 9, will be playing in our theater on both Friday and Saturday. We have a series of Intrigue. It's Friday night. That's a 1920s ball.
Okay.
So adults can come dressed in flapper costumes and tuxedos. Think of Great Gatsby style.
Very cool.
And then we'll have card magic and other specialty magic on Friday night.
Exactly.
And then on Saturday, the 19th, is for families. So we have over 25 magicians that will be performing.
Okay.
And they both do like mentalism and sleight of hand and card magic and kids magic, of course.
Very cool. So this is not like you just going to a store and getting a magic kit and like saying, come watch me in a park.
Exactly.
This is a full-blown event.
I don't, even though I'm planning a magic festival, I actually don't know any magic tricks, so I'm glad you didn't ask me today.
We should have. We should make...
I have to bring
think you might
along
have to
my
disappear
magic friend. Only in editing.
So where did the idea and passion for Magic Fest come from?
Well, I think for Northglenn, even though it's only 12 miles north of Denver, you have to do something unique.
Yeah.
And there isn't another magic festival. The closest one is in Dearborn, Michigan, where Houdini lived and passed away.
Okay.
And so, of course, it's kind of in his honor.
Yeah.
They do a festival, and there isn't anything else like it in this region. And so I've always had a love of magic. I think a lot of young men and women have enjoyed magic.
Yeah.
And so it was really just out of an idea that I had. And so it's really fun to invite my favorite 5,000 people out to Northglenn Park, and hopefully my idea will be enough to get them excited to come out. And we're really lucky. There are a lot of magicians in Colorado, and we're bringing in some from LA as well.
Yeah.
And so we're really excited. It's going to be an action-packed
I think
weekend.
so. Is that the number you guys are expecting? Is like 5,000 people?
That'll be my goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Friday night will be smaller, 500 to 700 people probably. And
Yeah,
then
just a
Saturday.
small 700 people. Nothing big or anything like that.
Well, I know. All the events I plan are, the smallest is 300, and then the largest is 50,000.
That seems to happen in Northglenn. I mean, the first year we had the food truck carnival.
Right, was 20. Well, we had about 30,000. We'd only expected 10,000, and we had 30,000 show up.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of like inviting 5 people over for dinner and having 50 show up, and then going, oh, gee, how do I handle
Throws
this?
things off a little bit.
Right, a little bit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So talk about the food truck carnival. You guys also, that's a newer event.
Right, so that just happened, started in May of last year and continued this year.
Yep.
Last year we had just had 18 food trucks. Because of the number of people we had attend, we increased it to 65 trucks this year.
Yep.
So we had about 25 trucks each day, and we had an attendance of about 50,000. In addition to the food trucks, we also have a hard metal carnival ride, so a traditional carnival company with carousel and that sort, and then also Americana and bluegrass music.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And then also another, I think one of my favorite events, the Pirate Fest.
Yes.
Yes.
So happening September 15, 16 is our Pirate Festival. It's in our 3rd year. So that was the first event I planned when I started at the city. It was somebody else's idea, and it was a good one. There are a lot of pirates.
So you said, I guess I'll take someone else's idea.
No. I mean, it's not about my idea or somebody else's. Events are about a collaboration of a ton of people's good ideas. But with Pirate Fest, we just hit a really good, there's a lot of people that have interest in cosplay and Comic-Con and those kinds of things. And pirate, there isn't a pirate-specific event.
Right.
You can go to the Renaissance Festival and be involved with medieval times, but if you want just something specific with pirates, you should come to Northglenn.
Exactly. So there's the Pirates Ball on Friday night.
Right. So Pirate Ball is Friday night. That's again for adults only. Everybody comes in full costume. I mean, it's the night really everybody who's there is in
Including
costume.
yourself.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I have a now pirate's captain coat, and in fact, my beard that is growing now is in preparation for my pirate
Wow.
costume in September. So I take
What
this-
takes more preparation, the event or your beard?
Definitely the event. Okay. Definitely the event. But I do have more products for my beard than I've ever had for my hair.
Oh, very
I know.
interesting.
I
Good
know.
to
It's
know.
weird. I don't even have a comb, but I have a beard comb and a mustache comb, mustache trimmer. I mean, it's a
Wow.
big deal. I know.
Yeah, all for Pirate Fest.
All for all for Pirate Fest. Exactly. Maybe a little bit for my wife.
And and then one last event,
Yes.
Noel Northglenn.
Right, December 1st.
Yep.
Yeah, December 1st is Noel Northglenn. That's a more traditional, smaller event inside of our rec center. Again, I say small event, it's about 1,000 people, which is the capacity of the venue. And we have an indoor snowball fight. We do roast marshmallows and outside and do s'mores. We have a carriage that goes around. Of course, we have Santa and Mrs.
Santa
Claus
and Mrs.
there.
Claus.
So Mrs. Claus entertains the kids until they get a chance to hang out with Santa and let Santa know what they want for Christmas.
Very
And then we have some other kids' activities, and it's just, it's one of those events that's free. And this is true for all of our events. We really want it to be low or no cost.
Right.
And so any event that you come to in Northglenn, you can come and do most of the things for free, and there are a few things to pay for. Noel Northglenn is no different. There's no cost to attend.
Exactly. And although all these events are in Northglenn, obviously it's not just Northglenn residents.
Right. And we probably have at least 50%, food truck carnival even more, probably 70% of the attendee base is not from Northglenn.
Okay.
But all the other events, about 50% Northglenn resident and 50 to 60% from other areas. And we certainly encourage, we want people to come and see what a great town we have.
Exactly.
And come back on another day when it's not an event day.
So how do you manage all these different events? I would just get so lost in it, I feel like.
Well, I've been an event planner for 18 years, so it certainly comes with a lot of training and background, but it's really about good timeline management, having a good team in place, and then having just a good plan. And just like your set, it looks really good on the front, but if you look in the back,
Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Well, no,
No, I know.
that's part of an event,
Right, exactly.
It needs to look really, really good for the 2 or the 3 days of the event. And I'm not saying we don't plan good events. It's just that it's different than setting up a town for forever,
Right, exactly.
So I think really it's just about planning and preparation and taking daily actions.
Okay.
And I think that, in January to May, we don't have any events.
Right.
And it would be super easy to sit around and not do anything.
Yeah.
But every day I don't do something in January as hurting myself.
Yeah.
And, oh my gosh, today my list is
That's your
longer.
justification for getting paid during those ones.
I do get paid
We don't
year-round.
have events, but I'm working, I promise.
Well, I know. It's people that know that I do event planning go, well, what do you do the rest of the year? And it's just such a hurt to my ego. It takes a lot of work to plan for 50,000 people. You think about a kid's birthday party with 10 people,
Yeah.
and then extrapolate that to 50,000. There are a lot of details involved.
Exactly.
And then I'm doing 8 events a year.
Yeah.
So and plus other stuff.
Exactly. So one last question.
Sure.
Do you have any bucket list events? Is there that dream event that you would love to plan?
Magic Festival was one of my bucket list
Okay.
events for sure. And then, gosh, that would be, I've done so many. It's hard to say bucket list. I'll have to think about that one.
Okay. All right.
Maybe one with, like a $1 million party. I've never done something with. I did a big,
having a budget of $1 million.
Yeah. Like I did a. Well, that's not true. I've done $1 million events. So I guess I checked that up, got that handled.
Perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, it was great to be
All
here.
right.
Thank you for having me.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Stick around. We'll be right back.
On a long and lonesome highway east of Omaha, you can listen to the engine moaning out its one-note song. Think about the man or the love you knew the night before. Your thoughts will soon be wandering the way they always do when you're riding 16 hours and there's nothing much to do. You don't feel much like riding. You wish the trip was through. Here I am on the road again. There I am up on the stage. Here I go playing star again. There I go, turn the page. Well, you walked into a restaurant, strung out from the road. You can feel the eyes upon you as you're shaking off the cold. You pretend it doesn't bother you. You just want to explode. Most times you can't hear him talk. Other times you can. The same old cliches. Is that a woman or a man? Always seem outnumbered. You don't dare make a stand. Say, here I am on the road again. There I am up on the stage. Here I go playing star again. There I go, turn the page. Out there in the spotlight, you're a million miles away. Every ounce of energy try to give away as the sweat pours out your body like the music that you play. Later in the evening, you lie awake in bed. Echoes from the amplifiers ringing in your head. You smoke the day's last cigarette, remembering what he said. Here I am on the road again. There I am up on the stage. Here I go playing star again. There I go, turn the page. Now here I am on the road again. There I am up on the stage. Here I go playing star again. There I go, turn the page.
At Metropolitan State University of Denver, our mission is to provide high-quality, accessible education that prepares our students for successful careers, postgraduate education, and lifelong learning in a global and technological society. Our values of diversity, access, and community help us provide opportunities for our students from all over the globe. In fact, we've just been named a diversity champion by Insight into Diversity magazine for 2016. Because at MSU Denver, we believe in transforming lives.
It's fine that other people like you. It's more important that you like yourself. And I'm comfortable with every part of me. Meals on Wheels coming to my door as someone who's housebound assures me that I'm not forgotten. They care that I'm okay. My name is Asha Ida Bell. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Hi, this is Wellington Webb, former mayor of Denver, Colorado from 1991 to 2003. I was so pleased to receive an honorary doctorate from Metro State University. It's been a great highlight of my life. And I also want to take this opportunity to say happy birthday to you on your 50th anniversary.
All right, welcome back. So tonight we thought, why not play another round of Two Truths and a Lie tonight with Mr. Steven Stokes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you ready for this?
Oh, I am ready.
All right.
I thought of these things
well into
minutes ago.
So it sounds like you are prepared and ready to go. So why don't you start, and then I'll guess, and then
Okay.
I'll go when you guess.
Okay, good. So what I was going to say first, I lost Bill Cosby in the Colorado Convention Center during an event.
You lost Bill Cosby?
I did.
Like, were you escorting him through something and you lost him? Or
That
you,
is-
like, stalking him? and
That
you
might
lost
be
him?
true, unless it's a lie.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you lost Bill Cosby.
Okay. The second one is my wife is a psychic and she sees dead people.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay.
And then the
Okay.
third one is when I was in LA,
Yeah.
I ate a plateful of cockroach tacos.
Okay, I feel like the truth is the plateful of cockroach tacos.
Ooh.
Because I can see you doing that.
I've eaten weird things, but actually that's the lie.
What? That was too easy.
It was too easy, you got it wrong?
Yes. That was too quick. Okay, so that was the lie.
That was the lie.
You have never eaten a plate of cockroach
I've never eaten a plateful of cockroach tacos, although apparently in LA they do eat maggot tacos.
Would you?
I probably would. I have
See?
eaten one of
That's
everything.
why.
I've eaten one of any place I've
See?
traveled.
Exactly.
I was even in Ethiopia. It's been more than 10 years ago, and we stopped, and they said, never eat street food, and I did, and I'm here to live to see the day that I had the food that I had.
Perfect. And explain, you lost Bill Cosby?
Yeah, so it was it's actually, when you play the game, like, what's your most embarrassing moment?
Yeah.
That was maybe the thing that hit the list. So I was working an event, and I was escorting Bill Cosby, and the convention center is massive, and I walked out the wrong door, and I walked out, and he was driving up in his limo. And I knew I was at the wrong door, but as soon as I got out, he got out of the limo, and he said, "You don't need your radio anymore, I'm here." And I was like, okay, so I took the radio off, and then I proceeded, it took us 45 minutes, no, about 30 minutes to get to his dressing room, and he was none too happy. Because it was literally supposed to be get out of the limo, walk down the stairs, go in the dressing room, see no one.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen. He saw the entire cast and crew of the show, and he was very distraught.
He's not very happy.
He might be a happy camper some days, but that was not the
Not because of you.
Exactly.
Well, you made it through at least.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Perfect. All right,
So-
are you ready for mine?
I am.
Gosh, I feel like mine are not as fun as yours. Mine are all Northglenn themed.
Well,
since that was.
I had years to prepare.
Okay. All right. I don't even know what's the truth and a lie on mine, so I'll just start. I have volunteered with the City of Northglenn since I was 5 years old.
Okay.
I have been in 3 Northglenn Youth Theater productions.
Okay. I saw you in
And-
The Princess and the Pea somehow in my brain.
And I once got locked in the rec center at Club 22.
I would say that you were not in 3 productions in Northglenn Youth Theater.
Let me double check. That is true.
You were in 3 productions?
Yes.
So you did not get locked in to Club
I
22.
didn't. I never got locked in the rec center at Club 22.
Good job. I should have known that.
I love your lack
We
of faith in
double-checked.
rec center staff, though.
We double and triple check that. That
Right, that no one
inside.
gets locked in a rec center afterwards. You have some pretty low faith there, it seems like, though.
Well, I just am not very good at telling if you're lying or not.
Yep. So, no, it was good. It was good. None of mine are fun stories like yours, though.
Well,
I have no Bill Cosby stories.
You know, when you've planned, I've planned 800 events. I was going to do all event-based ones.
Okay.
And then my wife this morning was like, hey, tell everybody I'm psychic. So I did that.
Do you want to share her story since she wants the world to know?
Well, no, that's what she does for a living. She's a psychic intuitive, and she teaches people how to use their intuition. And, you know, there are other senses beyond the 5 that we learn in school. So that's her story. It's what she does every day, and she loves it.
So you should have been able to tell if I was a better liar.
That's her job.
So. All right, well, thank you so much for playing with us tonight. And again, thank you for coming on.
You're welcome. Happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm Juan Arellano, and this is the Templo Futbolero.
En esta edición les tenemos en las 65 ocasiones el Colorado, Guadalajara, Denver, Denver Cape. My name is Javi Sariano, and this is El Templo Futbolero.
And now, for a final time, please welcome back the Wooden Spoons.
Sunshine someday. Sunshine someday. And my soul has been lifted. Just another offer taken. Oh, but I didn't sign on the line. I didn't sign my name. That's enough. Been up and down and found her.
Seriously, I'm sorry.
We should probably do that again. I don't know where I was.
I was just not even like passively. Sorry, guys.
All right. Nah, I just was thinking it was the chorus, not the verse.
I know.
The cameras, man, they do that.
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
Let's do this again.
Anytime.
Sunshine someday. Sunshine someday. And my soul has been lifted. Just another offer taken. Oh, but I didn't sign on the line. I didn't sign my name. That's enough. been lost, I've been tumbled under. And my soul has been lifted, just another offer taken. Oh, but I didn't sign on the line. I didn't sign my name, 'cause I still know you, and I still want you. Sun will shine someday. Sun will shine someday. And my soul has been lifted, just another offer taken. Oh, but I didn't sign on the line. Didn't sign my name, 'cause I still know you, and I still want